Hey, what's going on? This is Reggie with the Basic Black Podcast. Hey, thank everybody for the kind words and the well wishes. And yes, this is a new endeavor for me. As you can see behind me, I'm actually getting the podcast studio desk together and kind of switching my office around. So I'm a little unorganized at the moment. Soon I'll have things back together. But thanks everybody. I really do appreciate you. I really feel like in this space we really need to make the most of it. Dr. Umar is just the tip of the iceberg. What brought me to this point of actually making these type of whistleblower or whatever you want to call them, type videos is 5 years ago, personally, I had to be my own advocate and have a whistleblower case against a therapist. She wasn't licensed. It put me on ABC News 3 different occasions in 2020, 2021. I'll throw the link in the video in the bottom notes as well. But it's something that's really passionate to me. We have people that look like us that come into the public trust and they grift off of us. And that's not right by any extent of it. And it seems like as long as you are a black grifter, an African American grifter, and you're only grifting the majority of your people, they don't care. When it comes to other folks, then there's an issue. But um, like I say, Dr. Umar is just a start. I said I was going to look at things with Tariq Nasheed. The reason why I have issues with Tariq is not just the museum. I look at it as more of being, I question his profiteering off of political means. For the longest, he spoke about don't vote, we need our tangibles, this trick bag. And he spoke everything bad about every politician going back to when even when Hillary was running, Yang ain't that thing and everything else that goes along with it, that he wanted black people pretty much so to just sit on the couch. You haven't earned our vote. Well, congratulations, bruh. Where did it get us? Nowhere. Exactly. So I've always had kind of a bone to pick with him because he stays very insulated in his groups where he has his folks that are so willing to go after you and say, you're an agent. You're this, that, and other. No, I'm a person who believes in the truth doesn't have to be rehearsed. I'm a big believer in, do the right thing the first time and truly help people. I understand there's money to be made in this space. I don't deny that one bit. But I do think there should be integrity in what we do, in what we present, and what we put out there. As a big believer in transparency, I'm going to say what's going to be said. Another person I like to bring to the forefront is good old Philip Scott, Mr. African Diaspora. Um, he's another person who profited politically off this because the same thing. He was big on we ain't voting for Biden. He spoke every nasty thing about Joe Biden you could think of, and rightfully so. Biden was inept, was not supposed to be running for political office, shouldn't be. But his whole thing wasn't be like, all right, here's the problem, here's the solution. Neither Tariq or Philip Scott gave no solutions. They were only people that pointed out the problem. In our community, that's a problem. What's going to be the solution? We can always complain and bitch about problems to the end of time, but if we don't have solutions to fix things, then you're a troublemaker. And you're a troublemaker with no purpose. I'm a big believer in good trouble. I'm okay with that. But for everybody else, I'm going to have a bunch of other videos coming out. Please hang in there. And as I get things together, get a little better with this whole video setup and whatnot, and we continue to grow. Please like, share, subscribe, and also the actual Basic Black podcast. Have the link for Spotify and other platforms that it's on. Please support. Please listen. And there's a lot of good podcasts going back to about 2021 when I was going through this whole situation with a therapist. And if you're interested in it, there's a podcast called Is This Really a Therapist? It's an hour-ish long, but I promise you it's worthwhile. And it's something that's going to take you down a really interesting rabbit hole when we go out trusting these doctors, especially African American ones, that abuse things with their titles and start to grift. Guys, gals, everyone, You're going to hear me say this, and I'm going to say it hundreds and hundreds of times. The truth does not need to be rehearsed. A lie does. So anyway, thank you always, and everyone that's been supporting. I appreciate you. Humbly thank you for all that you do, and let's make this bigger and better. Thank you for choosing the Basic Black Podcast. I'm Reggie, and I'm out. You guys have a great one.